This is a solo adventure for the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition rules game, set in the 1920s. The choices made will shape the story's outcome. It also serves as a way to show us the game's tutorial in an enjoyable manner.
Under the blazing sun, I arrive at the bus stop in my hometown. Mistrustful faces glare at my clothes and luggage. It was my parents' choice to live here, not mine. Perhaps this new job in Arkham will be a good thing. Even though I know nobody there, it will be a brave new life. A bus approaches and rattles to a stop. The driver steps down and observes me, then asks about my destination. I show him my ticket to Ossipee, the first leg of my long journey to Arkham. Then he asks me to store the luggage on the back of the bus, but I struggle to place them on the high rack. The driver watches for a while and lends a hand, commenting bitterly on the wait. I think it best to respond with a simple thanks. I board the empty bus after the driver gets in. My old home fades from view as I head to Arkham for a fresh start. The bus goes through the countryside. I'm enjoying the wind and scenery, but as I start to doze, the driver takes a sharp bend. The driver yells and wakes me as the bus swerves to avoid a tractor on the road. I grab a seat to prevent falling. The angry driver maneuvers the bus around the tractor. Continuing the journey, Silas, the driver, apologizes for the earlier incident. He introduces himself and I do the same. Silas remains talkative. He asks about my destination and whether I have family or someone special waiting. I decide to share that I'm heading there for a job, and Silas inquires about my profession. I'm a private investigator, but I avoid detailing my profession, only mentioning past work with the police. Silas appears suspicious, but doesn't comment. As the sun sets, the bus engine suddenly sputters. Silas curses as he struggles with it. The bus stops and Silas rushes to the engine compartment. Silas inspects the engine but can't pinpoint the issue. With fading light and a need for the engine to cool, it appears we'll be stuck here overnight. Silas notices my disappointment. He explains that this place is Emberhead, far from anywhere, but I can go to May Ledbetter's house. She can provide a spare room. He gives me directions and suggests meeting back here at the bus at 8 a.m. to reevaluate the situation. I inquire about his plans and he mentions staying with a friend in the village. With few options, I retrieve my belongings from the bus to ensure they won't be stolen. I carry my cases to a modest lodging with a Ledbetter sign. It's a bit gloomy, but I don't want to sleep on the street, so I knock on the weathered door. I hear footsteps. The door opens and a woman named May greets me. She notices my traveling cases and offers a room for the night at reasonable rates. May invites me inside for tea. As the tea's aroma soothes me, May asks if I've come to Emberhead for the festival. She says that most people come here for the annual festival. She describes it, particularly the lighting of the beacon on the cliffs, as something unique and spirit-lifting. After talking to May and having dinner, I still have a couple of hours before bedtime. May's brow creases when I announce my intention to take a stroll. Outside, it's dark and overcast. I can't see much. I find myself at a crossroads, Silbury Street to the right and a fence to the left, beyond which is darkness. I go to my left. As I approach the edge, cool air hits my face and I sense something is amiss, making me look around. A dark figure stares at me from the road, and I sense it might run at me and throw me off the cliff, but instead it slips away into an alley as soon as it's noticed. As I approach, the figure takes a pace back, then another. It slips down an alley between two buildings. I try to follow it, but fail. No sign of the figure after a brief search. Considering the strange presence, I decide to head back to the house. May lets me in and asks about my breakfast time. As I answer, I hear a clunk behind me. Apparently, it's Ruth, May's daughter, who was eavesdropping. She timidly greets me. May reassures me that Ruth won't disturb my rest, and she bids goodnight. I retire to my room, yawn, and fall asleep immediately. I dream of fire. It starts small but grows into a kaleidoscopic inferno, spreading across the room. I wake abruptly, feeling confused for a moment before I remember where I am. Daylight glints through the curtains. I can't wait to continue my journey. I enjoy a hearty breakfast from May, and by 7:30 I'm ready to go. I bid May farewell, and she wishes me success in my new career in Arkham. Tired of my heavy bags, I hope Silas has fixed the bus. I pause to check my watch, still 20 minutes early, and round the final corner. The bus is gone. What is happening? I search the area, venturing to the edge of the village. Still, there is no bus. 8 o'clock passes and the bus doesn't appear. A villager informs me that the bus left at first light and won't return for 3 to 4 days. Damn. I curse Silas under my breath. I wonder if he has stranded me here on purpose.